Listen, you remember when Jesus told Peter in Matthew 16:18, on this rock I'll build my church? ¿Tú recuerdas en Mateo 16 cuando Jesús dijo a Pedro, tú eres Pedro y sobre esta roca edificaré a mi iglesia? ¿Y qué? Las puertas del infierno no
prevalecerán
no
contra
prevalecerán. ¿Y qué más?
contra ella.
Contra ella. I'm going to build my church, Peter, on this rock, and the gates of hell are not going to prevail against it. ¿Qué significa eso? Que la confesión que Pedro dio, que Jesús es el Cristo, es la confesión sobre que Jesús edificó a su iglesia. Jesus built his church on this confession. You're the Christ. He built his church on that rock. Y bueno, esa iglesia contiene todas las ovejas. All the sheep are in the church, right? If you're not in a church, you're not a sheep, right? Right? We'll talk about that next week. Okay? Las ovejas quieren estar en la iglesia. Así que Pedro él tiene su propósito, apacentar a las ovejas. Todas las ovejas están dentro de la iglesia y Pedro tiene la responsabilidad, el propósito de cuidar a las ovejas. Here's Peter. He's got the responsibility to take care of the sheep that are inside this church that Jesus is building, and Jesus said the gates of hell won't prevail against it. But guess what, Peter? They're going to try, and you're the target. Las puertas del infierno van a intentar prevalecer, y Pedro, tú eres el objeto. Peter's the target. Remember what Jesus said in John 10 about the Good Shepherd? Recuerda lo que Jesús dijo sobre el buen pastor en Juan 10. Yo soy el buen pastor que da su vida. I'm the good shepherd lays down his what? Life for the sheep. Jesus says to him, hey look, hell's coming after you, Peter. And they're going to get you because you represent the church. El infierno va para ti, Pedro. El infierno, Satanás te va a matar porque tú representas a la iglesia. ¿Sabe lo que ellos van a hacer contigo, Pedro? You know what they're going to do to you, Peter? How did Peter die? ¿Cómo murió Pedro?
Crucificado.
Crucificaron a él de cabeza abajo. They crucified this man upside down. Pero Pedro, escúchame bien. A diferencia a la pasada vez, esta vez, cuando ellos piden que negarme, lo vas a hacer. This time when they say, Peter, you ready to deny? You're not going to do it this time. You're going to go all the way to the cross with your wife standing there at your side saying, don't you turn back. What's the difference? You want to know what the difference is? His love is the difference. ¿Cuál es la diferencia? La primera vez él negó a Jesús en el momento de tribulación, en el momento de prueba. La segunda vez venció. ¿Cuál era la diferencia? Amor fue la diferencia. The difference is now his love's not here. His love is radical love for Jesus that says, my life is not worth anything to me. He's worth everything. La diferencia es el amor. You remember what Acts 20:24 says? Listen to this. Hechos 20:24. Pablo dice esto. This is Paul. Pero en ninguna manera estimo mi vida como valiosa para mí mismo a fin de poder terminar mi carrera y el ministerio que recibí del Señor Jesús para dar testimonio solemnemente del Evangelio de la gracia de Dios. I do not consider my life of any value or precious to myself, if only I might finish my course and the task He gave me to do, to preach the gospel of the grace of God. I'm just a servant and my life means nothing to me. Escúchame bien, cuando tu amor es en nivel radical, estás listo. Da tu vida. When your love is here, you don't love Jesus like a friend. You love Him like your ultimate treasure. You say, what's my life? That's what Peter's going to do. Mira, escúchame bien. Ese nivel no es radical, es normal. This is normal Christianity. This is not radical, ultimately. It just seems radical in our culture. But it's not radical to love Jesus to the death. It's not radical to love Jesus more than your life. No es radical, es normal amar a Jesús más que su vida. Si no amas a Jesús más que a su vida, no amas a Jesús. You don't love Jesus like you should if you don't love Him like that. And ultimately, you can't follow Him. La última cosa y vamos a terminar. Here's the last thing we're going to end with this. Amor radical nos conduce a sacrificio radical que nos conduce a un enfoque radical. Radical love, or let's just say normal love, drives us to radical or normal sacrifice, which drives us to a radical focus. Now here's Peter. Goodness gracious. This is a great way to end the book. Pedro ha recibido todo esto de Jesús. Peter received all this from Jesus. Y él volvió atrás, miró a Juan y dice, ¿pero qué de él? He looks back and he says, hey, but yo tengo que estar crucificado, pero ¿qué de él? If I got to get crucified, what's going to happen with him? Because, I mean, gee whiz, I got to get crucified upside down. I mean, what? This guy, can you put him in the guillotine or something? I mean, something. Here's what Jesus says. This is going to help you. Yo creo que eso te va a ayudar. Señor, ¿qué? Si quiero que Él permanezca vivo hasta que yo vuelva, a ti que. Hey, Peter, if I want him to stay alive until I come back, what does that matter to you? Listen to me. If your eyes are always looking around at other people and the will of God in their life, you're not looking at Jesus. Si siempre estás buscando alrededor para ver lo que Dios está planeando para ellos, no tienes tus ojos puestos en Él. This is what the author to the Hebrews said in Hebrews 12:2. Listen to this. Hebreos 12:1-2. Despojémonos del lastre que nos estorba, en especial del pecado que nos asedia, y corramos con perseverancia la carrera que tenemos por delante. Fijemos la mirada en Jesús, el iniciador y perfeccionador de nuestra fe, quien por el gozo que le esperaba soportó la cruz, menospreciando la vergüenza que ella significaba, y ahora está sentado a la derecha del trono de Dios. Hebrews 12:10. Listen to this. Therefore, since we are surrounded by such a great cloud of many witnesses, let us throw off everything that hinders and the sin that so easily entangles, and let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us. Listen to this. Fixing our eyes on Jesus, not on what He's doing in everybody else's life. Fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of faith. For the joy set before Him, He endured the cross, scorning its shame, and has sat down at the right hand of God. Mira, si has dejado tu primer amor, Jesús quiere comunión contigo. Él va a traer a la superficie el problema, Él va a diagnosticar el problema para que veas de dónde has caído, y después de eso, Él va a tener un propósito para ti, y últimamente tú vas a sacrificar y dar su vida enfocado en Él. If you left your first love, Jesus wants communion with you. And when He's got you alone, then He's going to bring to the surface whatever the issue is. He's going to diagnose the problem. It's an issue of love, so you see from where you have fallen. And then once you've gotten there, He's going to say, I've got a purpose for you. Radical love brings radical sacrifice, which leads you to radical focus. And your eyes are on Him. And guess what? If somebody's got it better than you, praise God, because my joy is not that. My joy is Jesus. Right? Hemos llegado al final. We've gotten to the end of the book of John. Here's what John says about Jesus one more time. Eso es lo que Juan dijo acerca de Jesús una vez más. Este es el discípulo que da testimonio de estas cosas y las escribió, y estamos convencidos de que su testimonio es verídico. Jesús hizo también muchas otras cosas, tantas que si se escribiera cada una de ellas, pienso que los libros escritos no cabrían en el mundo entero. This is the disciple that's written these things. And we are convinced that his testimony is true. Jesus did many other things, so many that if they were written, all of the libraries and all of the books and all of the world would not contain what He did. What's the point of this book? ¿Qué es el punto de este libro? ¿Qué es el propósito? Una vez más, what's the point? Para creer que Jesús es el Cristo, y porque al creer tengo vida en su nombre. To believe that He is the Christ and have life in His name. Now, Don't you want to follow him like Peter did ultimately? ¿Quieres seguir a Jesús como Pedro hizo en última instancia? ¿Quieres seguir a Jesús focado en él porque él merece todo? Doesn't he deserve everything? How much do we need to see? He's done everything. He is glorious. He deserves my life. So no, I do not love Jesus like a friend. I love Jesus as my ultimate treasure that is worth everything to me. No amo a Jesús como un amigo. No quiero a él así. Yo amo a Jesús radicalmente como mi tesoro. And let me tell you something. If we have people in the church that love Jesus like this, hell cannot stand against the church. Let's pray. Gracias, Señor, por lo que nos ha dado. Gracias por tu palabra. Estamos aquí esperando que tú hagas, Señor, lo que has prometido en tu palabra, Señor. Estamos agradecidos que vamos a agregar hoy Edgar, Teresa, a nuestra familia, Señor. Ayúdales, gracias por su testimonio. Porque necesitamos más que todo, es más de ti. God, we want to love you. We want to love Jesus. We want Jesus to be high and exalted and lifted up and honored and crowned. Jesus, you're everything to us. You're everything to us. We need nothing outside of you. We bow ourselves and just say, King Jesus, forgive us for replacing you with other things. And now give us what we need to follow you, not loving you like a friend, but loving you like an ultimate treasure. In Jesus' name. All right now.